Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So for those of you guys who don't know, Jojo Diaz, in his very last fight against Javier Fortuna, he made $300,000. It was a title eliminator, and the winner was guaranteed a shot at Devin Haney's WBC belt. So after he beats Fortuna, Jojo is asked what he wants to do next. He said he wants Ryan Garcia, and then he said he wanted Devin Haney. After that, Devin Haney started to reach out to Jojo like, how are you going to fight in a title eliminator for my belt and then call out someone else? So they went back and forth, and then Jojo, he promised Devin Haney that he would fight him in November. Jojo started to go on his Twitter. He started telling his fans, I'm going to do everything possible to make this Devin Haney fight, etc., etc., etc. And then out of nowhere, we find out he's negotiating with Ryan Garcia. Now, this is the crazy thing about this whole Ryan Garcia situation. Ryan Garcia made $500,000 in his last fight against Luke Campbell. Jojo made $300,000, which is obviously a total of $800,000. Now, Eddie Hearn, and this has been confirmed, Eddie Hearn, he actually just recently offered Jojo Diaz $800,000, which is the exact same amount that Ryan Garcia and Jojo Diaz made combined in their last fights. But to make the offer even better, Devin Haney, he offered to give Jojo $200,000 from his own purse so Jojo would make an even $1 million. And Jojo Diaz still turned down the fight, and he's going to make half of that against Ryan Garcia. So I want to ask every real boxing fan right now, why would a man turn down a title shot and turn down the opportunity to make twice as much as he will make against fighting another mandatory contender that was supposed to be fighting Devin Haney before him? Why would you do that? Because when Jojo first started saying that he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia instead of Devin Haney, fans started to come out defending Jojo, saying, oh, that's because it's a bigger fight. Well, it's proven that it's not a bigger fight, because once again, Jojo is going to make half the amount of money against Ryan Garcia.
If Tank wasn't fighting me, I'd be his biggest fight to date. I'd be his biggest fight, just like he would be mine. If Teofimo, I would be his biggest fight. Ryan, all these guys, if they were to fight me, I would be their biggest fight up to date. So how am I looking for clout? At the end of the day, I'm not looking for clout. I'm trying to make big fights happen, and that's it. That's what the thing is. I can see if I was a guy that was, not in not even the top 10, not even in the top 5, not even world champion. You know what I'm saying? Where it would make no point to even fight me. Then I would say, oh yeah, that nigga looking for clout. But in all reality, the fans want these fights to happen. These are huge fights. How the fuck am I looking for clout when I'll be your biggest fight to date?
And every single thing Devin Haney said right there was absolutely true. Team Haney, they offered Teofimo Lopez $4 million at the time that Bob was offering Teo $1.5 million to fight against Kambosos. Then, of course, Triller, they overbid it. They bid at $6 million on the fight. And, once everything was paid out, Teofimo, he still would have ended up bringing home about $3 million, which would have still been less than what he would have made against Devin Haney. Now, there's rumors that fight may end up getting canceled completely, or the fight may go to DAZN, because they were second place in the purse bid for $3.5 million. So that means if the fight goes to DAZN, Teofimo is going to end up making around the exact same amount of money that Bob Arum offered him in the first place. Because remember, it's $3.5 million. He still has to pay Bob Arum 20% of that because of the fact that someone else is promoting the fight and all the other expenses. So now that Jojo Diaz has made it very clear that he's not interested in fighting for a world title and he would rather fight Ryan Garcia, he is going to look horrible when those numbers come out of how much money he's getting paid it's going to be extremely difficult for him to explain when reporters start to ask him, why would you turn down double the amount of money and a title shot and fight Ryan Garcia instead? Boy, that's going to be a hard question to answer right there, especially when you think about it. Jojo, he can't really cap. He can't really lie too much because all of this stuff is documented. He can't sit over here and try to say how, I tried to make the fight and all of this kind of stuff, because we have proof that Eddie Hearn sent them an $800,000 offer. And Jojo Diaz, he turned it down. I mean, from the very beginning, Jojo Diaz made it very clear that he was more interested in fighting Ryan Garcia than fighting Devin Haney, because once again, when he was asked who he wanted next, the very first name he mentioned was Ryan Garcia. Nobody does that, guys. Nobody does that when you have a shot at a world title. And once again, for more money. Nobody says, I would rather fight the number 2 contender or the other guy that was the mandatory for the champion. No one does that, man. And this is what makes Devin Haney the most feared boxer in the entire sport. He might go down in history as one of the most avoided fighters ever. I mean, it just speaks volumes when you hear people talking about how Devin Haney doesn't have a chin and he's weak and he's this and he's that, but yet they still like, I ain't getting in a ring with him. Because deep down, these other pro fighters, they know that you can't automatically jump to the conclusion that this man has no chin because he got rocked one time. I mean, let's just think about this. Canelo Alvarez got rocked by Jose Cotto. Andre Ward, coming up as a prospect, I remember he got staggered the exact same way against an opponent. I don't even remember the guy's name, but it wasn't nobody, of note. It was just another journeyman. And Andre Ward got staggered real bad in that fight. I mean, this happened to a lot of fighters that had good chins. From Mike Tyson to Holyfield, a lot of them got caught earlier on in their career and was on noodle legs. And this is the reason why none of these fighters are falling for the bait. They're like, nah, you ain't gonna get me with that one, Devin. You ain't gonna make me think you ain't got no chin. Then you mess around and get me in the ring and mess up my damn undefeated record. These guys definitely know what time it is. So we'll see, man. We'll see if anybody will ever step up to the plate and fight Devin Haney. I'm telling you, man, if it wasn't for, the sport of boxing being so racist, I mean, there's so many things they could do about fighters that are afraid to get in the ring with dangerous opponents or dangerous champions. What they really should start doing is they should start elevating the fighters that are avoided. They should start elevating them when it comes to pound for pound ratings. The more avoided you are, the more feared you are, the higher you should be rated. And the more fighters that you avoid, the lower you should be rated. But that's just in a perfect world, because we know old media ain't going for that, because all of their favorite fighters wouldn't even be close to the pound for pound list if that were the case. So with that being said, I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly how much. I want to know the exact dollar amount that Jojo is going to make when he fights against Ryan Garcia. I don't know the exact dollar amount right now, but I can promise you it won't be close to what he would have made against Devin Haney for a world title. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.
Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram.